Howdy, everyone. That one. Ah, I'm not here. Ah, I'm here. Hello. Welcome to a weird lunchtime midweek thing. Hello. New Balance. Woo! IKEA Shark. Yes. Howdy, howdy. You're unwell, Paulable. That's unfortunate. The 1 a.m. stream for you. Why are you awake? It's currently 10 to 12, 10 to lunchtime. But I thought it was whoa, Balance, whoa, crazy, extremely exciting. So we need some hype music, you know. This is super exciting. Recently subscribed. This is my first stream of yours. Hello. You have a viewer from Spain. Hello. Yeah, I imagine because normally I stream at like evening time. There might be a few new people, so hello, welcome in. 6 a.m. stream. Yeah, so welcome to the stream. If you like the stream, super chats to yell at me if you want, or I'm on Twitch as well, blah blah blah. It's 6 a.m. I've slept 3 hours and spent 7 hours painting a crystalline bloodthirster thing. It's 6:40 in the morning. It's not for me. Okay, she said Sheeran's went up 7,000 points because GW deploy lost them once. If Steve has his way, that would be what happened. But instead, we actually get some really interesting stuff. So let's flick over to that. That one. Hey, look at this. Feels quiet. I'm going to put on my standard background music just so we have something. Yes, you. Yes. Might be loud. Sorry. There we go. Now it's just nice in the background. There we go. Anyone who's awake at 6 a.m. that's gonna wake you up. Just straight in there with a ba-da-dun. Hopefully that's brightened you up, woke you up. I'm a bit loud still. That's very good. Yeah, sorry, it's a very rushed stream, hence also the thumbnail was absolute garbage. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll try and read all your messages, but if you want to really yell at me, super chats are there, bits are there. Become a member, because why not? Read words to me, Paul. Yes, I will read you the words. The words and the words. Right. Screen Raven's got a bump. Yes, that's what I'm very excited about. We'll get to that, along with all the other exciting things that are going on. Did all factions get changed or select view? Most factions got changed, I think. Pretty much all of them. A couple of them... Who didn't? Did anyone not? Tau didn't get any changes apart from some points changes, so... can everyone see? Everyone can read? Everyone can see the screen? At the back there. Everyone at the back, you know... Everyone hear me at the back? Your microphone's on. Testing. In the room with me? Good. Right. 2 bad Dataslate's 4 points. Plans to get through the year, but move forward with updating this plan. After seeing your feedback, try and navigate the challenge point. Challenge of points only updates. 25, we plan to make 4 updates again. Each time we'll potentially make changes to the field manual for Anna. Yes, this is what I was actually saying about the other day. The effect shot makes the stream sound funky. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I like this because my problem is because you're doing 2 and 2, points changes doesn't actually do anything. There's some instances where having points changes is pointless because if you're changing the points over and over again, then something's fundamentally broken. Giving them 3-4 opportunities to change things fundamentally is way better. And yes, people will talk about like rule churn and stuff, but I think it's better for the game that they have that opportunity. 3-inch deep strikes. So anything which was deep strike 3 inches away now is now 6. Which is fine. I'm happy with that. Sure. AP stratagems. Reduce strength of the stratagems that reduce AP. For the full phase, now they've changed to reduce AP for the income attacks for 1 unit. So basically, Armor Contempt. And similar things to Armor Contempt. That will now... I feel like I'm holding up the screen. Hello. Armor Contempt stuff will now essentially only affect the 1 unit that is currently being attacked. Dragon Boat's come out where the Codex is editions have. I mean, that happens every year, right? A live stream this time of day, this part of the country. But in January going forward, I'll probably be streaming more often around this time. Probably a bit later, and probably on Twitch mostly, but more streams next year when I actually have time. Technically, I'm working, quote unquote, but it is lunchtime, so. Wait, you play Warhammer? Sometimes. Opens to give more players options to judge play strategy. Yeah, so over moment basically means that when you get attacked, it's only against the unit that's currently attacking, not for the rest of the turn. So it's not something you have to bait out anymore. As major faction-specific changes, focus on Adeptus Custodes, Genestealer Cults, and Coded Space Marines. So we basically went Christian von Carmian, get to work. you got shit to do, my friend. Big changes for your 2 armies, and also for my army, for Streamer Ravens. Already am very busy. What I'll do is when we get to those parts, I'll start saying wrong things to distract you whilst you're working, so you get the wrong information. Really put that Screaming Raven, twist onto everything by just confusing you with all that stuff. Just rate which players can generate Miracle Die to make them more precious resource, and only to be want to be spent only at the most critical moments. Addition made most of Justice Bringer of Flames to bring a bit line. Genestealer Cults, along with a few stat adjustments. The big change here is that rework Cult Ambush to remove the random nature of how units return. Now players will get a set number of Resurgence points to spend based on their game size. I assume this is good. It sounds good. Spread misinformation as a treat. True. This sounds good because I feel like the randomization of it felt like it was always going to be a problem. Like if you rolled hot, you were suddenly way too good, and if you rolled cold, you were suddenly way too bad. Actually being able to choose it makes a lot of sense. If your army does not include any units with Black Templar, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, or Death Watch, or Space Wolves, so basically your what are they called? Divergent chapters. You get a better Oath and Moment. This we'll get to is absolutely insane, and I feel like we'll get nerfed because I think they've just made regular Space Marines super good. Maybe I'm overreacting, which I want to do. I'm a YouTuber. That's my job. Just to overreact to everything. So I guess we'll see. Let me put some of that. Base profile ability adjustment. So there's a lot of stuff around here. Like in Infernus were massively changed as well. So it's going to be quite interesting to go through. Changing up abilities for these factions. Tweaks blah 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 blah. Tweaks for everything. Change points. Blah blah blah. Right. Whilst we're here as well, they released the new a little interrupt as a treat. They have introduced the new Space Marine. Well, the Space Marine models in there. So Psychic detachment for Space Marines, which is the Grotmus one, which is quite interesting. So we'll have a quick look at this because it's here. Start by round, select one of the following Psychic disciplines. Psychic discipline affects all Psychic units. 2 to the move. Reroll hit rolls of 1, reroll wound rolls of 1. Improve armor penetration. Oh, so just shove something in Infernus. Suddenly you're super good. Psychic discipline. Each time a ranged attack targets its strike 1 to strength, and each time a model and user makes an attack, you can ignore modifiers. Psycho, once per turn, when an enemy moves back, you can make a normal move d6 or 6 if the divination discipline is in order. Whereas units able to charge a turn in which it advanced. If the biomancy is in play, you can do it when it falls back. I like this, where you've got things that are working with the different ones. I like that. Units cannot use fire Overwatch strikes to shoot the bearer's unit, and if the telepathy discipline is in effect, the bearer cannot be targeted. Within 18, very nice. And ranged weapons have anti-monster 5 and Anti-vehicle 5. If it's the Pyromancer, you get sustained hits 1 and add 6 inches of range of those weapons if the Telekinesis discipline is active. Okay, so there's some really interesting stuff there. My issue is I don't really play any Psychers in my army, so... Sensory Assault. Psychic unit. One enemy unit is visible to Psyker. That enemy is pinned and it can't move. If the Telepathy discipline is active, must make a Battle Shock. Shooting phase. That's armor attempt. That's fine. So that's actually been changed now. Fight phase. Just say enemy select units. Infantry or mounted. That is within 18 inches of a friendly Psyker. And was selected. Select one for the hit roll. And if Pyromancy is active, weapons that your target have hazardous. That's cool. Infantry. Other than 18. Add 1 to strength. Pyromancy add 2 to strength. Cool. Shooting phase. Select 1 enemy unit. Roll 66. Add 1 to each result for telekinesis. On a 4+ get a mortal wound. Very nice. And each time model unit makes attack has lethal and ignore cover as well if devastation. Okay. Just go through that pretty quick. It's cool. I really like that one as an idea. At strength, I don't know. I'm not strong. But from an idea of having your rules interact with the discipline that you're in, I like that. Yeah. We'll move on, though. Before we go through the balance data slate, I'll do the YouTubey stuff of asking you to like the stream so I get dopamine and more people get to join. And, you know, if you got anything big you want to say, super chats, if you want members, gift memberships, all that cool stuff, help me out to, you know, give me the big money so I can live. That's a bit dramatic. Over on Twitch as well, subs, Amazon Prime sub, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, give me that dopamine button. Hey, Zenic, I'm doing well, thank you. Thought we'd go through the old balance data slate whilst I had some time at lunch. And it came out, so we'll have a look. But yeah, thanks for the support. This is actually... I should be making a video right now, which is about detachment stuff. Anyway, if we don't give Paul money, he will die. I will just, like, perish without money. I'm a money-fueled YouTube gremlin. Psychic Screaming Ravens? I mean, maybe. I haven't actually yet really got into the Psycho stuff, so it'd be quite interesting to maybe play about with it. Currently building a combat patrol for my custom chapter. Hell yeah. Right. Core rules. So we're looking for stuff in red. And there's likely bits which I don't know what the original was, because they don't do real patch notes, so... Thinking like to split quote about helping a new player learn about this is a new obsession. Hell yeah. Right, stratagem to allow a close step range. If stratagem has an effect that allows targeted units to be set up more than 3 inches horizontally away, such as these, it now says more than 6. So essentially you can't just slap things down 3 inches away. Most of the things that got slapped down 3 inches away were also things that didn't allow you to charge. It now just is 6. I think that's a bit better, because 3 inches is very, very small. So that's nice. We like to see it. And I think, again, this is one of those changes which is healthy for the overall game. It stops people having to think about, oh, well, if that happens, how do you counter it? You just kind of say, okay, we'll set that rule somewhere else, and then we'll stick it there, and it's fine. I did see about the towel one, though, which is very funny. 3 inches is perfectly adequate. True. It's not the size that counts, to be fair. It is how you use it. But, you know, this is doubling the size, so that's pretty good. Yeah, the towel one, which is like, you need to do something within 6 inches, but you had a strat that put you 3. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think with rule sets so broad like this that they're trying to change, giving them out to the world and having people point those out is way easier. It's like with video games, right? Where, you know, the best way to test your game is to just release a beta, because the number of people who will able to have eyes on it, who can look at it and check you're working, versus what you have internally is like a bajillion times more. So, hey, Lucio, I haven't checked out secret level yet. No, I've heard good things. So, missed much. No, we've just started talking about 6 inches. How many inches do you have? You have double it now. Challenges worse armor penetration, which is what we talked about a bit earlier. Jump has effect says until your end of phase, each time an attack targets your unit, worsen the armor penetration by 1, so armor attempt, shield of aversion. Unfailingly abjurate and reinforced hive node, it says until the attacking unit is finished making attacks. So basically what that means is rather than it being, oh, you've shot my dude, you've shot my dude, now his armor now all of your attacks are worse against him. It's just the current attacking thing, which is nicer. Oh my god, it's really Warhammer's most popular VTuber. Potentially. Probably not, actually. I think VTubers that are into Warhammer are probably more popular. Or is Bricky a VTuber or something? I don't know, he's a brick. Nothing else here has changed, so if it's in red, if it's in black, it's not changed. Alright. A lot of changes. If you are a Sisters player. Does he take me to dinner first before asking how many inches I have? No. I'm very direct. I need to know before we go anywhere how much, what you're packing. And if it's not good enough, we don't go on the date. I don't know why I'm saying weird stuff. It's lunchtime. Right. So, the army is Adeptus Custodes. You gain miracle die at the start of each battle round and at the end of each phase. If one or more Adeptus Custodes units from your army were destroyed. What was that before? I don't know. I actually brought up this. I brought up Wikipedia because I actually don't know a lot of the rules. So if I look at what it was start of each turn. What was it now? Start of each battle round. Right, okay, yeah. So, and each time a unit is... So, you only get one per battle round rather than one per turn. So, that's halved. And you're only getting one per phase if you're destroyed rather than every time something is destroyed. So that is a massive reduction in Miracle Die. So you get a Miracle Die, roll a d6, and that's still how Miracle Die work. Triumph of St. Catherine, Solemn Procession. Try to get a Miracle Die. Start with the battle round. This model is on the battlefield. Do not roll d6. It just has value of 6. I reckon, is that just changed because it's not the start? It's now the start of the battle round rather than the start of the thing, and it's the end of the phase. Yeah, so it's the end of the phase. If one or more. So rather than having it during the phase. Yeah. So it basically means you can't use it throughout the phase if something else comes in. Triumph. Yeah, start the battle round. Start the battle round. No, start the battle round. This mod. Oh, this mod is on the battlefield. Okay, so now it's each time you gain a miracle die at the start of the battle round. If this model is on the battlefield. So rather than just being at the start of the battlefield, it's you have to get it? I don't know. Weird. Fervent Purgation. Ranged models have assault, and each time a attack is made with such a weapon within 6 inches, add 1 to strength. I assume that was probably 12, would be my guess. I really, really wish that they would, 12 inches. I wish they would do the thing that people do in every place where you cross out what it was before and then put the new thing, so at least you know what's been changed. This is 6 inches now rather than 12. A couple of things increased to CP, Blazing Ire and Cleansing Flames. That is, Torrent Weapons of Devastating is now 2, and units embarked on a transport could shoot as their shooting phase. Disembark. One unit embarked on transport could disembark, and they can shoot as it was shooting phase. So those are now both 2 CP each. So that's a lot of reduction in power there. Rights Fire. That's again, I assume that was 12 inches before. Have a look. Yep, 12 inches, now 6. And Penitent Host. Start the battle round, you can select one of the following vows to be active. Interesting. You can select Penitent Host. Start the battle round, select one of the... Okay, so you don't have to select one. You can only select one... Oh, right, okay, that's a well actually right there, isn't it? So at the start of the battle round, select one. It basically means that your first people would be like, okay, you have to select one because it's your first 3, but no, you can. You don't have to select one. Fine. Hey, Alec, man. How's it going? Cool. So yeah, a lot of stuff there. It definitely looks like they're, less access to Miracle Die. The Bringers of Flame being reduced. That seems pretty scary. For Sisters players, but, well, good luck. For Custodes, we got some changes here. Toughness 7 and 8 wounds for your Dawn Eagle bikes and your Praetors. I think they were 6 and 4 before, right? What were they? Custodes. Might take a little while to load because Wikipedia. What are they? Praetorians? Is it versus Praetors? No, that's. Are they the bike ones? Yes. Okay, so they were 6-4. Now they're 7-5. Okay, so they're getting tougher. Hurricane Bolters are now minus 1 AP and 2 damage. Alright. But this is only... Oh, it's only for the Shield Captain. Okay, that's fine. Shield Captain is a bit stronger. After this unit ends a normal or advanced move. It's currently, each time after you end an advanced move, it used to be. Now it's normal or advanced move. Pretty big buffs. Just woke up. Go into the data slate. It's on Warcom. Should be there. If not, go to the download section. It'll be there. Okay, so the bikes got big buffs, which is kind of cool. Because I think they were weak before, right? The bikes. So, oh no, sorry, yeah, Shield Captain on Dawn and Avertus Praetors. Yeah, so actually, yeah, the 2 damage Hurricane Bolters and a D6 plus 1. Oh, instead of 3? God, okay, those are massively buffed. We'll see. They have changed the points on these, because if they were not changing the points on these, that would be absurd. So they are different points, but we'll get to that. Admech doesn't look like we've had any changes here, because anything that's highlighted was previous. Yeah, we're good. Admech, Eldari, nothing. Astra Militarum. Lord Solar can only now do Regiment Squadron rather than all the units. I was talking to a friend of mine who is a Guard player. I asked him like what kind of things are normally not these two things. It's like Ogrins and super heavy stuff. So no more Baneblading, no more ordering your Baneblades or your Ogrins. Ogrins? Who cares? And again, I think this has happened a lot with any sort of precision drop, rather than it being basically you can't rapid ingress them. Which is now basically it's in your movement phase, so you can't rapid ingress because it won't be your movement phase, and it's 6 inches. I think that's a fairly standard change across the board, especially the 6 inches. The point stuff that they got is not standard. None for Blood Angels. So that was it in terms of rules for Astra Militarum. Black Templar, I think again we'll see this a lot. All repulsor executioners are now 7 transports rather than 6. I think so you can have a unit that has both a captain and a lieutenant. And the arbitrary iteration of combat knife profile is now -1. This comes up a lot as well. There's a lot of for going into 10th from 9th. They obviously wanted to reduce the kind of killiness, so there's a lot of less AP. They put a lot of AP back into the game. But I think they've done it okay, because I think where they've done it is on stuff like it's like Incursor melee. Like if your Incursors are in melee, that's not really what I want to be. Also, on screen feedback. I will. I looked at it. I haven't replied to it yet, but I'll reply to it later. I'll reply to it on the thing. But yeah, thank you for that feedback. If you want to give feedback to my Scream Raven ideas, you can become a member at the higher tier or Patreon. And you can then get access to my beta thing and help steer the ship. Right. So not much huge amount for Black Templar. Chaos Knights. Each model from your army with this ability gains the following dread abilities. What was it before? Steve, you there? Steve! Explain your army to me. Each model from your army gains A bonus depending on which dread ability is active for your army. Have they changed? Have they changed this? Have they removed the battle rounds? You have each model from your party that has this ability with this ability. Yeah, so they've removed the battle rounds. Right? That's the change? Steve? Well, enemies intel ventures. Yeah, so this is normally like for the first battle round, and then from the third battle round that you get this stuff. It looks like they've taken that away. So now you just have this from turn 1. I think? Is that right? So you basically, yeah, from turn 1, yeah, that seems scary. Again, this is a problem. They need to highlight when they've removed something. We'll just keep yelling at Steve, and then he'll eventually turn up. Aura of Terror enhancement. I think this is just the where's the enhancements down there, aren't they? Aura of Terror. Until your opponent controls at the start of any turn. So I think this is the new wording for that. Until your opponent's level of control over the objective market is greater than yours at the end of a phase. We saw this wording come up in some of the Grotmus detachments. This kind of like new wording for this. I think it's just a clearer wording. In addition, while the objective market is technically under control, objective markers, yeah. So it's basically just rewording that. I always thought my brother was stupid for spending $100 a month on gacha since I like Warhammer. I feel like I'm worse. Well, no, you see the difference between Warhammer and gacha is you know what you're getting with Warhammer. Imagine if Warhammer was gacha, like booster packs. Like you go, okay, I need to I need to get some new incursors. I'm gonna have to get like 10 packs of Space Marines and try and build a squad out of it. Awful. Warhammer Heroes, yeah, but that was like a side. That was like a side thing. If you had to do it for your entire army, you just I'm describing magic. I'm describing anything with booster packs. That's what I'm saying. In your movement phase, select one enemy unit within 12, and they must take a battle shot. That's Traitor's Mark enhancement. Oh, okay, so they had to change this completely because this was just your Doom and Darkness was from the first battle round. Now it's always from the first battle round. So it just becomes you get to just choose an enemy to become battle shocked. Or to take a battle shock test. Knights are scary. Yeah, we saw it. It was the psychic one. It was quite interesting. I went through it quickly. But I'm here for this balance stuff. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be sticking around. So, like the streamer, yeah. Yeah, knights. Because they also got some point to buffs to their small knights, which is crazy. So that'll be fun. Oh, that's Real FM. Thank you for following. Over on Twitch. Right, Dread Talons. Extreme Descent, 6 inches and 9 inches. I think that's standard. It's probably 3 and 6 before. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to a monster, you can reroll the damage roll. And Benjamin Blue 101. Thank you for following. Have a quick look at these. Chaos Marines. We go with the old it was Dread Talons, wasn't it? Dread Talons, Screaming Descent. Yeah, it was 3 and 6, now it's 6 and 9. And so I've seen that basically every Predator for Chaos has this. Maybe even non-Chaos Predator. Chaos Predator. Is it both types? No, just the Annihilator. I clicked the wrong one. So it was reroll damage roll of 1. Now it is reroll the damage roll. So you can just re-roll the damage roll regardless, which is really cool. Have you tried messaging Steve? I feel like just yelling into the void is funnier. Chaos Demons, Screamers are slightly better? Or slightly worse? Let's find out. That feels better, because they got the points nerf. So I assume they probably made them better to compensate. Have a look. Screamers. That's Seekers, Paul. That's not how you spell. So they were 4+. Oh, and they weren't even any... They had no stat. So now they are 3+ to hit and anti-monster, anti-vehicle. That's good. Because obviously, they're already kind of wounding on 3s for anything infantry. Or 2s, in fact, if it's toughness 3. So now they can bite through monsters and vehicles as well. That's cool. Oh, sorry. One second. I'm getting a phone call. Hello. Making videos. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying the videos. Right. So yeah, Screamers are cool. I like Screamers. Me, a fellow guy just got shite on. Yeah, well, you're pretty strong, to be fair. I have no love for guards, so you won't find sympathy here. If it stops me having to play against 5 Rogel Dawns across 2 games, I'm here for it. Right, Dark Angels. Attachment rule. Starters units can shoot and turn with shade advance and fall back. And mounted can declare a charge and fall back. Let's have a look at those. When I find a points update, it's called the if you go to downloads, it's the Monasturum Field Manual. I think that's what it's called. Wait for that to load. There we go. Cool. Dark Angels. It was the... Ugh, no filter. Company of Hunters attachment. Units are eligible to shoot in turn which you fell back or advance fell back, but mounted units can now also shoot. And you can reroll advanced charge rolls made for the unit for this enhancement, which is probably because they changed the way it works. Yeah, so Master Maneuver used to be... Wait, what is this? Various unit starts about in the street drill. Its points value does not count towards the combined points limit for your things. And they can come on earlier. So they basically just completely changed that one. That's interesting. I don't know why would they change that. Paul is a VTuber. I love streaming at different times because people. I've been streaming for like, well over a year, almost 2 years. People are still surprised. It's hilarious. This is truly a grimdark universe. It's true, very true. So yeah, they've changed a few things here, and that's about it. Oh, Lionel Johnson, his sweep profile is changed, and it looks like Black Knights have devastating wounds. That's nice. And Samuel, if unit that is already eligible to shoot and declare a charge, which advance adds 1 to those rolls. Cool. Yeah, because obviously that would coincide with this now. So that's a good change. He's a VTuber to get noticed by Brookie. To be fair, I'm a VTuber because it was funny. You can see how Imperial guy got nerfed. Not so much in terms of the rules, mostly points. We're not at the points yet. Death Guard. Yeah, the Predator was changed, and Mortarion gains Deep Strike, which I'm surprised he didn't have before, but there we go. It's a nice change. Drukhari didn't get any changes. Right, Genestealer Cults. Okay, this is the complex one. So lock in, everyone. We're here to We're here to knuckle down and do some real work. So, whatever the cult ambush thing was before, which had like rolling to bring stuff back, ignore it. It's gone. Get out of my sight. If your army faction Adeptus Cults, you start the battle with a number of resurgence points, either 6, 10, or 14, depending on if it's 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 points. Each time a unit from your army is destroyed, if every model in that unit has this ability, you can spend the relevant number of resurgence points to get to blow based on the unit's starting strength. So, to get 10 aberrants back, it costs 8. To get 10 acolytes, or 5 acolytes, it's 2. Atlan Jackals are 3 or 6. Neophytes are 3 or 6, and Pure Strategies are 3 or 6. If you do, add a new unit to your army identical to the destroyed unit and cult ambush at its starting strength with all of its wounds remaining, and any one-shot weapons those are equipped with considered to have not been shot. Place one cult ambush marker anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally away from all enemies. If it's not possible, no marker is placed. Cult ambush is a type of strategic reserves. Units of cult ambush cannot be targeted with the rapid ingress stratagem, but can be set up on the battlefield using cult ambush marker as described below, or by following the rules strategic reserves in a subsequent turn. Cult ambush markers. Use a circular 32mm diameter marker for cult ambush markers. Okay, that's just changing there. It really depends on what this says. So sometimes it says add. Try and see if there's a one where it says add. Yeah, like it hasn't said change to here. In green. Sometimes it just says add. But basically anything red is a change. You can bring back an entire squad of aberrants. Not talking about taking out. Well, I believe. Yeah, so in this detachment, Magus, Primus, and Acolyte Inward models only, you start the battle with 2 additional resurgence points. So you can get 12. So that'll leave you with 4. So you could get something else. Oh, yeah, let's have a look at these ones. You can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 6 inches away. So yeah, that's fine. While Genestealer Cults mounted or Genestealer Cults vehicle model from your army is not battle shocked, add towards its objective control characteristic. In addition, at the end of your command phase, one or more Battle of Jackals units within the range remains under control. And then this is the standard. They've changed it to this level of control wording, so that's fine. Yeah, so in Xenocreed Congregation, you can have an enhancement to give a Magus, Primus, or Acolyte Icon Ward 2 additional resurgence points. And it looks like a lot of this stuff, so demolition charges 8 inches, 8 inches, changing to demolition charges. It looks like that's probably was 6, I'm assuming, or it was a different number. So the Kelemorph, yeah, changing 8 there. So yeah, any of these demolition charges are 8 inches now. Can you still stomp the blips? If it's not changed here, I assume you can. Pull at 6 AM, not for me. Such downgrade. Well, this is the thing. So before it was random, so you could get nothing, and so your horde army is nothing. This is at least something. Because I mean, even with 12 points, you can still bring back 3 lots of 10 acolyte hybrids, or 2 lots of Atlan Jackals if you're in this. Even bringing back, you can bring this like 3 times. So they're not too bad. It's obviously aberrants are priced to clear. Hi, Raging Canadian. What are your thoughts on Tyranids? I played against them before. Yeah, they seem fun. Grey Knight's got no changes. Imperial Agents, yeah, so this is what I was saying before, how it's now, there's no rapid ingress here. And it's 6 inches away. So this is the same as the Aquilans? Bro, I just learned using the cults. Unlearn it. Forget about it. Ignore. Go back to what it was before. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just rather than rolling for it, you get to spend it where you want. Imperial Knight's got no changes. Leagues of Votan, nothing. Okay, Necrons. Add the following paragraph. Add the following paragraph. Each time a destroyer cult unit in your army makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible, add 1 to the armor penetration. So that's a new extra thing for if you're going Annihilation. Hyperphase Crypt. It looks like this is probably reduced from 234. I'm assuming that was 234. That sounds correct. And if it sounds correct, then I assume that I am correct. Yeah, 234. So just less units you can hyperphase now each turn, which is probably good because hyperphase was silly. Warg. If your army faction Orcs wants to battle at the start of your command phase, you can call a war if you do until your next command phase. That's a change, right? Did it used to get 2 turns? Or am I wrong? The parts highlighted in blue are changes from last time, so they aren't changes. They aren't recent changes, so they don't mean anything. Start of the battle round. So, oh right, so it's changing from battle round to command phase. So that's basically just saying, rather than it being at the start of the battle round, so you're going, if you go in second, you get to choose it when you go rather than at the start of the battle round. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. So I'm going to make GScott better if there was a semi-consistent way to get more throughout the game. I mean, how many points is... Let's have a look. How many points is 5 Acolyte Hybrids? Bear in mind, this is the problem that in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition, this was a problem that Gits had, is that they got too much stuff back, and that made them very strong. Acolyte Hybrids, what with Hand Flamers, sure. 5. How many points is that? 65 points. And you can do that 5 times. Right, in fact, it was easier to do 10, because you do 10 times 3. 130 points for 10. With this, you get 12 Resurgence points. So, that's what? 390 extra points of stuff? That's quite a lot. Anyway, we're on to Orcs. It's much better now because the way it worked before the war was almost useless if you went second. Yeah, that's fair. Orc character. Your opponent's army until they're starting next turn. Okay, that's fine. In addition, you can reroll charges made for your unit, provided that one of the charge of the target is your prey. Okay, so you're getting extra stuff for the prey in the big hunt. Yeah, so stuff like this, where it's highlighted green, are changes, but not from this version. So it's from the previous version. The wire is active. If the wire is active for your army, and if the wire is active for your army, we go hit. Okay, so what was it before? So I'm jumping around a lot. Orcs, please. Show me the orcs. Thank you, orcs. Gazgul Thraka. So it was, oh, and if you called a war this battle round. Okay, so it's basically just if you're in the war. Because of how it works. That's fine. Alright, here we go. Space Marines. These are big changes. Oath and Moment is still the same, but if your army does not include one or more units with Black Templar, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Death Watch, Space Marines, so basically Divergent Chapters, add 1 to the wound roll. This is insane. So basically, my Oath and Momenting on Devastated Centurions is just becoming insane. But you get the reroll hit anyway, but adding one to wound is so strong. Like even just stuff like, you know, I charge a knight with my Vanguard vets, and normally I'll be wounding on 6s. Now I'm wounding on 5s in melee with my Vanguard vets. That's insane. Melter being bumped from 5 to 4. At +1 to wound is possibly the strongest buff in the game. Just because of how much stuff that takes from 6 to 5. That's amazing. I'm so happy. And you just think about stuff like with flamers, like even like look down here, like flamers, pyroblasters are strength 5. You've suddenly taken a pyroblast wounding on 3s on a space marine to 2s. So I can reroll wounds. Well, here's the guess part: is most of my army is twin linked, so I get reroll wounds. Well, so about stuff goes 5. Yeah, there's so anything that, +1 to wound in pretty much every single instance, apart from if you're already on a 2-up, is amazing. Adding to fire discipline, you can reroll advanced rolls for units in Devastating Centurion. I don't play Gladius, so I don't care. Gravis captains now have a damage 3 heavy bolter. And up here, you can see heavy intercessors are damage 2, and it's a 3-up for the heavy bolter now, so they're a lot better. But you can see this, right? Suddenly, your Oath of Momenting. Your Oath of Momenting here, right? And you're wounding Space Marines on 2s, damage 2. If we look at one thing we'll go through now as well. So Darth Lysander's here, but every single named character, so Kaven, Caruso, Pedro, Ironfather, so basically not every single character, most of them, they have this new rule where certain units that they are leading will get extra objective control. Unfortunately for Kaven, it's only assault intercessors, not it's not Vanguard vets, it's only assault intercessors, which is unfortunate. Adrax is not on there, so it looks like it's like 1 per, because I think the... Is there a Salamander's one on here? No, there's no Salamanders. Unless it's down here. Oh no, it's Vulcan Heaston gets it, not Agrax. Vulcan gets it instead. Infernus just got terrifying. So it's again, it's 6 inch. It's the 6-inch horizontal thing. That's the same as all the others. You can give them this, but the main thing is the fact that they have now -1 AP to their Pyroblasters, which is absurd. Very scary. Very scary. And Intercessor's got this. This is... I think this is too far. Each time this unit is selected to shoot, it can use this ability. If it does until the end of the phase, add 2 to the attack schedules of bolt rifles equipped by models in this unit, and you can only select 1 enemy unit as target for all of these units' attacks. Okay, so now you have 4 attacks per bolt rifle, which is like its strength 4 -1 AP. So in a squad of 5, that's 20 bolter shots. Rerolled hit and +1 to wound. GW is telling you buy intercessors. Why is -1 AP first crazy? I just think because it -1 AP on flamers is always scary. Bear in mind that warp flamers in Thousand Suns are scary because of their AP. These are better. Just bolt rifles, how much can that really do? A lot with +1 to wound. Suddenly you're wounding Space Marines on 3s with 20 attacks. It's a big buff. Predators, yeah, Predators, we saw that before. Oh, the Outrider one was hiding here. Each time a model in that unit makes it, so instead of it being, I think it was like auto advance, each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, if it made a charge, move this turn, improve the strength and damage characteristics by 1. Is that only against the Oath target? Yeah, but that's still really, really good against an Oath target. Like, if you have something you want dying, that's the way to do it. Outriders. So yeah, now you have strength 5, damage 2 chainswords when you charge. I think the chaplain on bike. What's chaplain bike give? Oh, he already gives add 1 to the wound roll. So you don't even need to do this into your Oath of Moment target. You can just yeet. No Centurion buffs? I mean, this is technically a Centurion buff. There's no Centurion nerfs. That's the main thing. And this is what I'm saying about earlier, because I said, like, points changes don't matter. Heavy Intercessors were points buffed over and over and over again. And nothing changed. No one was taking them. This is the kind of change that will make people want to take them. And you can put the points back to where they should be. Same with Outriders. Outriders kept getting buffed and buffed and buffed, but they were, okay, let's just, you know, actually make them good. Yeah, Strength 5, Damage 2, melee. I've got a bunch of Outriders I need to build, so I'm definitely going to be using them. Reavers can also subtract 1 from Battle Shock tests, and I don't know what was Terror Troops before. I actually don't know much about Reavers. Reavers. Well, an enemy unit within 6 inches of the unit takes a Battle Shock test or leadership test, strap 1 for the test. Yeah, now it is instead strap 1 from objective control. That is useful as well. That's really good. Pulling heat some buffs and Infernus having AP makes them legit terrifying. Yeah. And they will have a OC2. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. Repulsive Execution, we saw this before. Repulsive Executioners get an extra dude. Stern Guard. You can re-roll the wound roll. So I think this was possibly... What was this before? Stern Guard. Stern Guard. Yeah, reroll wound rolls of 1. It's just now reroll all wound rolls. Because you can make a unit OCZ. Yeah, exactly. You can really mess with people with that, which is really cool. Combat knives. So anything with a combat knife. So Phobos stuff, basically. Or paired combat knives now have AP of 1. Which is nice. It's a nice buff. Again, it's one of those things that, like, because I'm using cursors and stuff, but I feel like I'm not using them for the melee. But having -1 in melee is nothing to, you know, check a stick at. Robot now picks 2 abilities. Oh, he does, yeah. 2 of abilities. But he also got massive point nerf, right? Reaver's better in melee because they're AP 1, yeah. So I can see Reaver's being used. And again, same with Wolf Scouts, they got their knives better. Nothing for Tau, Thousand Suns. Yeah, the Predator got changed, which everyone else did. Tyranids, feed the Swarm. Harvest units from your army. I saw that before. Come on. There we go. What was it called? Assimilation Swarm. Each harvester unit from your army that is within range of an objective marker you control is now just from your army. So you don't need to be within an objective marker. It also recovers D3 plus 1. And that's the change, yeah. So basically, you don't have to now do this thing within a range of objective markers you control. Also, harvesters. So currently it's the Harrospec, Psychophage, Pyrovores, and Ripper Swarms. Now includes the Norn Assimilator. So more reason to take the Norn. It might say in another place, probably not in here, about taking OC to 0. I think that might be a core rule somewhere. You can never make anything negative. I know that for sure. But apart from that, yeah, so Norn Assimilators can now be used for this army, which is cool. And the Trigon. Well, I don't even know. What is a Trigon? Sounds like a Gundam, a Trigon. Trigon. Right, we'll give Warhammedia some time. Sometimes it takes a few clicks because Warhammedia. There we go. Each time model set up Deep Strike, it can be more than 3. Okay, so it's normally a 3-inch thing. So it's now in your movement phase. You can use something for it does. Set it 6 inches, but can't charge. So that's just the standard change. That was a change from last time. World Eaters. If they all have a 5 up invuln, in which case they have a 4 up invuln. What was that before? Why would that change? Was it Demon Prince or Demon Prince with wings? It was Demon Prince. Unless you already had an invuln. Okay, so it was basically a case of like if they already had an invuln. So things with a 6 up invuln would become 4 up rather than becoming 5 up. And now they've changed it so 5 up's become 4 up. So that makes sense. And you're Annihilate. So those are all the changes. Some big changes in here, especially for Space Marines. But they don't really mean much without the points. Also, there was a core rule update, which changed Fire Overwatch very briefly. So we'll go through the points. Castigators and Exorcists are expensive. I think that was it for points changes. Obviously, Sororitas got nerfs in there in the rules, so that's fine. Custodes, yeah, so these things have obviously been increased in points because they got mega buffed. I feel like that's not a huge nerf, though. 75 points per model? I think that's a lot. I reckon they are going to be good. Mechanicus, Castellan robots go down. Big Castellan robot fans out there. I know there's a lot of you. You can have more of them. Titanicus. Eldari got nothing. Astra Militarum. Okay. So 10 model Cadians go up. Captain Juggerfires, Chimeras. Gaunts, Ghosts, Ogrins. Only big units of Ogrins. Lord Solar. Scions. And Aquilans. So... and Hellhound. So a few points nerfs here with following some of the stuff in the thing. Probably, yeah, might bring him in line. I mean, you've still got very cheap tanks. And Rogel Dawns. I hate Rogel Dawns. They're too cheap. So, you know. See how that feels for you. Obviously, yeah, Death Rider. Death Rider squadrons. And all this kind of new stuff. Oh yeah, because these are currently Forge World. So these are, will they no longer be Forge World? If they're being plasticined? Anyway. Black Templars, Repulsors, and Repulsor Executioners, slight buff. Sanguinary Guard buffed, and a couple of nerfs to here and here. There. Demons, Bloodletters go down, but Screamers go up. And Screamers go up because they got a massive buff as well. Because they now hit on 3s, not 4s. And, they hit on 3s, not 4s, and they have anti-vehicle, anti-monster. So Screamers are now really good. So if they went away, if they got through that without any points nerfs, it would be silly. So, I mean, that's fine. Chaos Knights, nerfing, you're buffing War Dogs, why? They've just become massively stronger. Chaos Knights, I think, are really scary now. Chaos Bikers, if you take 6 at it, sure. Lion gets a point nerf, because he has 2 damage sweep, I guess. Not much for Death Guard. We get Deep Strike on Mortarion. Who, by the way, Mortarion costs 300 points. Mortarion costs less than the Lion now. You need to fix Mortarion, GW. Mortarion is not good. Even with Deep Strike, he's the same power as Magnus and Angron. He's less points than the Lion. Fix Mortarion. Enough of Death Watch. Oh, you wanted to use a flyer? You can join the Storm Raven by being shit now. 20 point up for the Void Raven. If you're a flyer with Raven in your name, you need to be careful. If you have 6 grotesques, I guess people are using big grotesques. And again, Scourges. 130 points for 5. For another, what's that, 50 points? You can get another 10, but another 5. Obviously, they can't use special weapons, but I mean, yeah. Scourges are a scourge. But a slight buff to Rax, which, who cares? Genestealer Cults, so yeah, so there's nerfs here to the Ridge Runners, the Dominant. That's it. That's it. Obviously, there's massive change to those, so that's all going to be left in the wild. Grey Knights, very, very slight nerf to Nemesis Dread Knights. 5 points up, that's basically nothing. Oh, Vindicator Assassin goes down. Imperial Knights get their Warglaives down. Thunderkin. These of Votan got basically nothing, so Thunderkin, you get a little bit of a buff. Necrons, the Nightbringer and Void Dragon get slapped, and the Transcendent can't get slapped. And the other one? No. Royal Warden goes up, Hexmar Destroyer goes up, but Ghost Arcs go down, Immortals go down, Plasmancer goes down, Ophidian Destroyers go down, Necron Warriors go down, Synaptic Wraiths go down. There's some rebalance here. Weird. 10 Warriors and 90. So they're obviously looking to make 10 Warrior Blobs more accessible. Because you can get 20 Necron Warriors if you put them into 2 groups of 10. For way less. What state is League of Votan even in at the moment? I think they're fine. I think they're okay. Orcs. The war bosses get a bit of an increase. Don't know if that's a thing. It's fine. Space Marines. Okay, so yeah, your Infernus goes up because they got big buff. Hi, Black Sword. How's it going? And Heavy Intercessors go up again. I think this is basically what they were before. They might have been slightly cheaper than this. But they've obviously gone back up because they kept getting buffed with points. Then they go, okay, let's actually make them good and put them back up. Inceptors go down because I think they were over nerfed. And Calgar goes up a little bit, but he can now do... Can he do... No, it's not. It was a rowboat that was better. And rowboat goes up a huge amount. Jesus Christ. Reavers are up again because of their buffs. So that makes sense. Scouts are up because everyone used scouts. Sternguard are up because I think because of their buff. And Uriel Ventress goes up massively. Good, because Uriel Ventress was causing problems with Centurions, and I don't want Centurions to be nerfed because of the crimes of Uriel Ventress. So fuck you, Uriel. But yeah, no changes to Centurions, which is good, because I like not having Centurions. But weren't Heavy Intercessors go down recently and have gone up? Yeah, so you probably missed it. Heavy Intercessors are way better now. All of their attacks are 2 damage. And the Heavy Bolter is 3 up to hit again. So they basically made... They put the points back up because they buffed them in other ways. Which makes more sense. That's how it should be done. Because this is exactly what happens. You keep buffing the points. The same what happened with Reavers. You keep buffing the points. And people go, but it's still shit. And with Mortarion as well. He's 300 points now, but he's still shit. Fix the problem, which is why I'm glad they're going away from doing, like, 4 points changes, but only 2 of those can be rules changes. It should always have the opportunity to do this stuff like this. To actually fix stuff that's broken. So Wolf Scouts were buffed as well. Wolfen, sure. And then, yeah, Tiger Sharks go up 50 points. I don't know what a Tiger Shark is, but maybe they shouldn't. Nothing for Thousand Suns. Which is fine. They're in an okay place. Like, they've been nerfed all over the place, so. And Rob's going to be happy. Norns are both down. Tyrant Guards are down. Trigon's down. Well, it's mostly the Norns that Rob would be happy about. And nothing else. So Tyranids doing well. Tyranids eating good. No changes points to World Eaters. So that is everything. We start using Reavers? Probably not. I don't have it. I will start using Outriders. 2 damage, 5 strength Outriders on the charge? Yes, please. And I actually have Heavy Intercessors, so I could bring some of them in. I mean, having Heavy Intercessors in the back line, but it can also do 2 damage. Yeah. Was there on Space Marine detachment for Grotmus? I mean, we can have another look at it while we're here, because I think I looked at it at the very start. Not that one. Browser. That's what I'm looking for. I did look at it at the very start. Or should I have to go find it? Grotmus. It was... Yeah. So you didn't see this. It's essentially a librarian one. Kind of like very librarian heavy. You have psychic... What I like about... I don't know how strong it is. He describes Combat Patrol magazine. I do not. But I'll get some issues if I want, whatever's in there. Basically, you get a bunch. You can choose one of these for all of your Psyker units. But then all of your enhancements and the stratagems are better depending on which one you're in. So, yeah. Fight phase. Not be to fight. Until the end of the phase, add 1 strength to characters and melee weapons, or 2 if you're in the Biomancy discipline. So they all kind of feed off each other. Strength-wise, I have no idea. Idea-wise, I really like it. I really think this is a good idea. It's a fun one. I like what they're doing. It's different. It's interesting. I don't use Psychers, so I probably won't use this. And apparently it's Chaos Space Marines tomorrow, which is cool. So we have a chapter on bike being released in the coming weeks. Go with it. I already have a chapter on bike, so that's fine. Yeah, I've got 6 Outriders and a chapter on bike, so I'm definitely going to be building those up and using them. Because they're really cool. But that is going to be it, I think. It was kind of an impromptu stream. Thank you for joining. If you like this, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to become a member, help me out to support this channel, secure its future, then please go ahead and become a member and gift memberships and all that stuff. Twitch, subs and whatever. Thank you very much. I'm hoping to get a video out on Friday. Thank you for following over on Twitch. Blacksword. I'm hoping to get a video out on Friday. This is kind of distracting me a little bit from that, but I should be able to finish it off some more. But no, thank you very much for watching. And take care, have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you in Blacksword, put it in the homebrew thing on my Discord. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you next time.